a male police officer who arrives and then pulls the attacker off of his victim. An official examination finds a man's semen within the woman's vagina and traces of blood and skin on her body. The bruises on her face match the pattern of his brass knuckles. On the contrary, most rapes do not occur like this. According to the FBI, 80% of sexual assault survivors have no outward injuries, and 53% of sexual assaults happen in either the victim's home or the offender's home. Fighting back is not always a safe choice, nor is it something that the woman may be capable of at that time. Women are raped by men they know 4 times as often as they were raped by strangers. Knowing the offender creates confusion and disbelief within the woman, causing her at times not wanting to believe it even happened to herself. Because why would a friend do that to you? Listen to your friend's anger, listen to her pain, and listen to her denial. Listen to her fear, listen to her laugh, and listen to her cry. Listen to her ideas of what she wants to do next. Remember that the rapist didn't listen to her, so maybe you should. By listening to your friend, not only are you showing that you care, but you're giving back some of the power that she lost during her rape. Let her know what some of her options are, and stand back and let her choose. Even if you feel she's making the wrong decision, she's probably not. She knows what is best for her. The Sexual Assault Response Team, also referred to as SART, has been working to help victims become survivors. SART has created a victim-friendly approach to medical care, law enforcement, and advocacy. Just by showing up at the emergency room, the team can be activated, and the woman can then choose who she wants to talk to. She can ask the police questions, she can work on making a report. She can talk to an advocate, or she can not talk to an advocate. It's all up to her. A woman can choose what parts of a medical and rape examination she wishes to undergo and which ones she doesn't. Medical exams for sexual assault survivors are paid for by the state, so a woman never needs to worry about cost, whether the insurance will cover it, and if the insurance does cover it, will her parents find out. Most injuries sustained during a rape are not outwardly visible, so you never know if there are internal injuries, which is why it's so important to go make sure that you're okay. Pregnancy and STI testing can also be done at this time, and this is true of any hospital within the state. Iowa has a 3-year statute of limitations on reporting a rape, so a woman can go and get a rape exam without committing herself to doing anything further. This way, the option remains open for her to choose if she wants to do something later on down the road, she can do it. Services like these are not only available to the survivor, but to friends and family of the survivor as well. It's really hard to help somebody else cope with what has happened to them when we're having to deal with our own fears, concerns, and anger. The SART hotline, as well as the Assault Care Center extending shelter and support, also known as ACCESS, provides free and confidential information and support for friends and family. Don't make light of what you're going through. You may even want to consider getting counseling for yourself. It's not an easy job. Even if your friend does not want to call these places for help, you can call these places to get information for yourself or to pass along for her. Reaching out for help is never an easy thing to do. A lot of people have the misconception that if you're reaching out and asking for help, that you're showing weakness. But you're really showing great strength. You as a survivor are going to need somebody to talk to about what has happened to you and what you want to do next. Keeping it bottled inside does not make it go away. And so by beginning to talk about your rape, you can begin to make the transition from survivor forward.
We have one more very short statement. Before I do that, I want to remind everyone what the march route is. The women from the Oak Elm Hall Programming Board will be leading the march. And as it says in your program, we will be following the path on the west side of the Memorial Union down to the corner of Lincoln Way. We will then be taking a left and turning up Lincoln Way to Ash Avenue, and then we will cross Ash Avenue and continue up Ash Avenue until Chamberlain. At Chamberlain, we will be taking a right and heading to Welch Avenue, and when we get to Welch Avenue, we will come back down Welch Avenue and back to campus. I want to remind everyone also that there is a reception afterwards here at the Women's Center in the Sloss House. If anybody's interested in getting more information, talking about this evening's events, or if they have any other concerns, to please come back after the march. The final person I want to introduce is Jessica Young. She's a volunteer at Access, a member of Gamma Phi Beta, and she's an undergraduate student at Iowa State.
Hi, my name is Jessica Young, and I'm a volunteer in Access. On behalf of the Committee Against Violence, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out here tonight to support Take Back the Night. There are other things that you can do to help the ISU community to be more safe. I'd encourage you to go on night walks with your friends and sisters. If you could walk on parts of campus, to take note of any shrubbery or hiding places along the paths that could be cut away, or if you see any places where lights would be more beneficial, please report them to DPS. Also, if you see any lights that are dim or out, there is a serial number waist high that you can take note of and report to Chuck Sykosh at DPS. With the combined effort of students and faculty, we can light the way for a safer campus. On that note, we will start the march. It will be led by the Women of Oak and Elm, and I will remind you to please stay on the paths and stay safe, not only for tonight, but on all nights, and look out for each other. Thank you.
I do want to add just one other quick note. I want to thank the Drumline for coming tonight and volunteering their time. They will be bringing up the end of the march. Thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate your support, not only tonight, but every year. Thank you.